What's going on, y'all? Give me just a few seconds. About to do some housekeeping really quickly. Please, if you are on social media, share this broadcast. Because listen, this conversation today, you, your mama, your kid, nobody can miss it. Nobody can miss it, okay? We just need everybody all hands on deck today. I am now sharing this. All right. And we live. What's going on, Steph?
Hello. How are you?
All right. We in the building. Guys, what's going on? It's Cierra G. Wiles checking in, your trend-setting coach, helping you to make better career decisions. You guys already know. I am so excited about this conversation that we are having today with my girl, my sister, Stephanie Sherman from Greenville Technical College. I'm excited about this conversation because this is just pertinent information that you need to know, that your students need to know, that your family members need to know, because a lot of times we lack opportunities because we lack resources and information and knowing how to get to it. So the purpose of all of my interviews, the purpose of all of my conversations is to keep you exposed and in the know of how to get to the resources, to the careers, to the industries that you need to get to in order for you to continue to thrive and drive it, baby. It's time for us all to grow, and it's time for us all to go to that next level. Many of us have been complaining about it. Many of us have been desiring it. We have it in our hearts to do it. And so I'm hoping to bring forth a platform and information that you guys can use in order for you to get to that next level. So without further ado, I'm going to allow her to also introduce herself, but this here holds something special. Me and Stephanie have known each other now for years, so she is definitely like a sister to me. We met through Upstate Fatherhood Coalition, and just from there, I think just starting out from the advisory board, it just flowed. It just flowed. So I'm so grateful for you, Stephanie, to come and join me on this conversation and just be present. So thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. It's a pleasure of mine to actually see you stepping out on faith and investing in yourself and your community with providing this information. Like you stated, it's a lot of great information out there, but people just don't have access, don't know where to start. So I am grateful to be in the position that I am, to be able to go out into the community, to be able to educate the community and work on both sides, work with the workforce and, let them know what we have, and also work with the community and have that be that bridge between the community and the workforce, finding out the skills that they're needing and wanting to hire. So I'm grateful to be in that position.
Awesome. So what I want to do, Stephanie, first and foremost, is just tell the people what you do at Greenville Technical College, and then we're going to go into all the other stuff that you have to offer, plus your business, all of that. Okay. So let's start off there first. What do you do at Greenville Technical College?
Okay. The magic question. What do I do? I'm actually, I am the director of Quick Jobs. Just recently transitioned into that position. As of August, I was the interim, but as of March, I have been made the director.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm also the director of Quick Connects, which actually bridge the gaps between our academic programs and our continuing education programs, is also known as EdCT. So if a student come in and start with a certificate and say, hey, I really like this school thing, and I may want to go ahead and do an associate's, I help them bridge that gap and find a career path, whether it's from EdCT to academics or academics to EdCT. I help bridge the gap. Now, another main important and very special part of my job is, my thing is, when you come into my office, I'm not going to sign you up for a class if you have barriers. And what I mean by life barriers, meaning you have Duke Power knocking at your door, you have childcare issues, anything like that. If you're unemployed, and I know that sounds crazy, but in order for you to come into our classroom and be successful, we have to find a way to help you eliminate those barriers. So what we do is find out what's keeping you from being the best you. So if I have to connect you with one of our community partners, that's going to be the first priority for me, because when you go into that classroom, I want you to focus on what you have going on in that classroom, because a lot of our classes are fast paced. Yes. A lot of our classes only last a week. So when you step foot and you make that commitment as a student, I want you to have everything else in the background flowing so it will not be a distraction. So I work with the community partners and making sure that, I know the resources that they have available, what funds are out there, with the demographics that they assist with. So I know which student to send where and kind of keep those connections going as well. So that's kind of a short version of what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Right. But you know what, Stephanie? So I know you as an individual who always shares and has those intimate moments with every single client of yours. Like, everybody's your baby. Right. So, it's one of those things that I just admire, because you pour out your love and support on every single individual who actually comes in contact with you, and just to your office, to be able to usher them to the opportunities. That it doesn't just start with, okay, let's just have a casual conversation. Oh, you want to do this career? Let's get you right into it. Let's identify some of the things that you may have going on that may even hinder you through this process. So let's go ahead and tackle some of those burdens. So I love that. Oh gosh, if sometimes we can truly see how strategy really plays a part in what we do and how we move within our careers, like, I think it allows us to excel even faster, at a faster rate. So I love that. I love that.
You're so right, Cierra, in stating that, because a lot of times I tell people on our first visit, we may not even talk about education. I want to get to know you, and I'm listening to what you're saying and what you're not saying.
That's it.
What you're not saying sometimes is more important than what you're saying. So sometimes that first 30-minute hour session, we're just getting to know each other. And so I can hear what you're telling me and not just concentrating on what we have available for you, but what you actually want to do, your goals. One of my mottos, I will hold your hand as long as you hold my hand.
Oh, so I love that.
So when you let my hand go, I know that you can walk on your own. You're at your destination. Now, that doesn't mean that I close my door and I forget about you. That just means that, hey, you at a point now, you're on your feet and you're making strides going forward. So that's what we try to do. We try to make sure you're going. And I have students that call me back months afterwards. Even, my office have moved from so many different locations, but they always tend to find me because my numbers remain the same. And I try to keep an open contact with them and follow up with them on a regular basis.
Right. And that's something there. And it's all about planting a seed, because sometimes I think that our intentions are great when it comes to pursuing what it is that we really want to do. But sometimes the timing is just off. So just because the timing is off doesn't mean that, my delay means that I'm not going to get to it. It's just a delay. That's all it is.
Not a denial.
It's not at all. I love that. So it allows you to plant that seed, and that seed can manifest. It can continue to grow as they're going through other things that they may be going through in their own life, to even come back to say, you know what, now I'm ready. And sometimes it takes that. It takes us to walk away from certain situations, or just even just to take some time to reflect on what it is that I truly, truly want, and then go back and pursue that degree or pursue that career field. So I love that, Stephanie. I love that. So what I want now is what is it that Greenville Tech offers that the community needs to take advantage of?
Wow. You know what, Cierra, I'm going to start by saying this. I grew up around Greenville Tech, and I still, my mom graduated from Greenville Tech and got her nursing degree from Greenville Tech, but Greenville Tech, I don't remember seeing a lot of Greenville Tech in the community.
I agree.
Yeah, I can't remember that. So that's my mission. So when I talk about what we have to offer, sometimes I'm talking about our quick jobs, which is courses that you can finish within 90 days or less. Sometimes I'm even talking about our career, our academic program, because we have a bachelor's advanced baccalaureate degree that people don't even know about.
Yes.
Applied
Yes.
baccalaureate degree in advanced manufacturing. People don't even know about it. So I kind of I can go on with a lot of things, but one thing I do want people to know that with our students, our students have been through a lot through this pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
and and we have to be okay if our child come to us and say, "Hey, mom, dad, I don't want to go to a 4-year institution. Hey, I don't
Right.
even know if I want to go back to school after these after this year and being taught from home and just the challenges that they've ran into actually due to COVID." So
Right.
we have to keep our ears open. So with our quick jobs, there are courses that you can complete. A quick job is a course that you can complete within 90 days or less. So
Okay.
we have those in our environmental and safety department. We have those in healthcare,
Okay.
business and leadership, and we also have PPE, personal and professional enrichment. So we
Okay.
have plenty different departments. So in our healthcare, we have classes like CNA, central sterile processing. We have something that used to be called medical physician practice clerk, which is now called patient service representative. We have some things like CNC machining. We have manual
Nice.
machining. We have NCCER, which is courses that allow you to, if you want to go into construction, so it's going to give you those basic skills that you need to go
Yes.
into that field. We have in our business and leadership, we have lean courses. So some of our business and leadership are for people that are already in the field, but maybe want to move up to make yourself more marketable. But we
Oh,
do have
that's good.
entry level as HR generalists. We have logistic courses, which is CPIM, which is supply chain professional. So we have a lot of different courses, Cierra. So we can meet you where you're at. We can
Right.
actually prepare you for the next step. So with our students that are graduating from high school, we want to keep those things in mind, because if they can get a certificate over the summer, that will still put them a step ahead of their graduating class. So they can get their minds together and say, hey, what is it that I really want to do? So
That's
we're
it.
not forcing them, because my thing is, Cierra, you might could contest to this, that we have debt. We have college debt. And
Yes.
this is one thing that these certificates will allow you to get in the workforce without accumulating debt. So that's
Yes.
something that we want to start with our children early. Hey, let's think smart about this. You don't know what you want to do, so let's talk about it. So we also have financial assistance for those certificate programs. We have
Oh, yes.
foundation scholarships. We have gear funding. We have also we have the workforce pathway grant. So this is all financial opportunities that will help you get these certificates for little or nothing out of your own pocket. So I know I said a lot right there, and I could keep going, but yes,
In my mind, I'm like, where the money reside? Where the money reside?
exactly. So fighting, and sometimes people like, I can't invest in myself right now because
Yeah,
I have to keep Duke Power on. I
that's it.
used to be a 2-family income. Now I'm down to one person. So we have those opportunities, and guess what? All three of those financial opportunities that I provided is not based on your finances. I don't ask any of those questions. I don't care how many people you have in your household.
Right.
I don't care. As long as you have the will and the drive, let me worry about how we're going to pay for it. You just
That's
show up. You let me know what it is you really want to do, and we'll make it happen.
okay. So that was just that is a total mouthful. First of all, so number one, there's opportunities for people
Mm-hmm.
to gain a specific trade, get some type of education, certification within 90 days,
Mm-hmm.
that you have access to grant money or foundations
Mm-hmm.
and just scholarships, that people can take advantage of this for free.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of the scholarships are 100%. You know, with the foundation, we do like for you to. There is a percentage that you have to pay, but it's like 10%. But that's still, that's still
That's
negotiable. We could still work. We could still, if there's a barrier and saying you come to me and say, Stephanie, I really can't even do the 10%, then we will come up with other options. But yes, that's available, So if you have the drive, the want, the desire to take that first step, to reach
yeah.
out to me, guess what? Now I'm going to do some vetting, because people
Yes.
get free money. I want to conquer the world. I get free money. I want to be a CNA. No, I don't want to be a CNA. I want to go on CNC machining. No. Okay.
No.
Let's talk about this thing
Right.
here.
Now we gotta do some career exploration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. Once you're a Greenville Tech student, you're always a Greenville Tech student. So you have access to career services. So that means once you get this certificate, you can actually go to career services. They will help you critique your resume, help you post your resume to College Central, which is a job board that we have just for our students. Even if you're undecided, you can call our career services, which is a new name. I do apologize. Hey, we just renamed it this summer due to COVID. I'm gonna get it to you in just a minute.
Okay.
But it's all career services. It's still career services. That's the heartbeat. But you can take type focus testing. Type focus will help you, guide you, and sit in the comfort of your own home. Take this test and be truthful with yourself. And you can come in and set up an appointment, and we can help guide you with your results from that type focus testing. And it's free of charge.
See, now that
and you don't have to be a Greenville Tech student yet, as long as you're a Greenville County resident.
this is so good. This is so good because a lot of times I think my mind, so I'm even going back to the statement you made even before this. Students being able to come and get this trade or something over the summer or the certification. And I just thought about the opportunity for them to work while in school doing this specific trade, because most of the time, certifications, trades, any type of specialty, you're going to get paid more money.
Exactly.
Versus being in, your standard kind of customer service jobs and stuff. But when you start focusing in on these specialties, these opportunities, this is huge. It's huge. And it brings me to my second point, as far as even understanding that when we talk about career exploration and we talk about doing career assessments and trying to match skills to careers and doing all of this becomes foreign to a lot of people in our communities. And so the fact that, Greenville Tech even offers this is amazing. But I think because people don't necessarily have access to it, it hinders us. It hinders us because we don't know about it. So can you talk a little bit more about that, Stephanie?
Oh, that's a that can go in so many different ways. Just to reiterate what you're stating about those certificates, those notches on your belt that make you more marketable against the next person. Even let's just use for CNA for instance, a lot of people don't want to be a CNA because they've heard the stigma behind the job. But guess what? If you want to get into a nursing program, guess what? You get weighted admission points as being a CNA. Those are points on your weighted admission. Yes. And then when you go in and work in that field, that healthcare field, there's even more points.
Right.
And with these certificate classes that we offer, now they're 90 days or less. So none of these programs are going to go over 90 days. No quick job is going to go over 90 days. If it goes over 90 days, it's not considered a quick job. So this is going to be 90 days or less. How many times have we wasted 90 days doing
doing absolutely. I'm saying back thinking now, okay, it's May.
Yeah.
It's May. What have I truly done in the last 90 days? I feel like I've done a lot, but I mean, I think I need to go. I think I need to come. I
Yeah.
need to get in the program.
Exactly. So with that being said, just imagine doing that. And you guys, it's so many jobs available right now
Yes.
due to COVID, and people are
Yes.
not going back to work. People are retiring. Just imagine getting a certificate, and that can be a I would say $2 to $5 difference in your wages just by having certain certifications, certain certificates behind you.
Preach on
And
it.
guess what? A lot of our healthcare, we have clinicals attached to that. So guess what? You're getting on the job training.
That's it.
And even
That's
with
it.
even our machining, when you go into CMI, you're using some of the best equipment that you can use when you're talking about machining. So
Wow.
we have a whole campus dedicated to machining and robotics and welding. So we have so many different things. So you're not just sitting in a classroom looking at a book, reading textbooks. You're actually going out on the floor. You're actually working this equipment until you're getting comfortable with it. So
Right.
when you go out, you are confident when you go out and you talk about what you've learned, or you go out into interviews, you can confidently talk about the different machines or the different opportunities that you've had at Greenville Tech and some of the things we have taught you or we're going to teach you. And another
Right.
thing with the curriculum that we come up with, we don't just come up with that curriculum off a whim. We actually communicate with the workforce and say, hey, what do our students need to be employed with you? That's one
Right.
great thing about EdCT and continuing education. We actually go to meetings. We go out to the plants. We go out to, the workforce, wherever it may be. We go out and we have that conversation because we
Right.
don't want our students obtaining these certificates and not being able to go anywhere with them.
That's it. And I'm reading even in the comments, exactly right. And the more experience you have combined with your education, you have an opportunity to increase your rate of pay. Right. And that's really what it's about. Someone else just asked a question. Would real estate be included?
You know what? And I seen Brittany, I seen Brittany post it. And thank you, Q, for that information. That's one
Yes.
of my community partners. She have my back.
I know, Q.
Her
What's
back.
going on, Q?
I love her. She's a great asset to our community. If
Yes.
you can't get to me, please get to her, because
Yes.
she is going to help you and get you all the way together. But I love working with her. But to answer Brittany's question, we used to offer real estate. But
Okay.
one of the problems that we had with our provider, we didn't feel that they were providing our students or equipping our students with the things that they needed to be successful. So we had to take a step back and we had to look at our vendor who we were using.
Okay.
So we're now in the process of doing that.
Okay.
And one thing I tell people about real estate, because when I was offering real estate under the Workforce Pathway Grant, people was coming in by the flood. But one thing I have to state that I want to get you with something that you can work with that's going to be bringing money right away. Real estate is something that you kind of have to work your way through. Now, yes, it's very lucrative. You're going to make money once you get the swing of things. And there's some great realtors out here, and we are crushing the market. But Share, they do help with real estate as well. So,
Nice.
yes, please tap into Q. She can get you taken care of as well with real estate. But right now, we are in the process of changing our vendor for real estate. So that should be wrapping up here in the next couple of months, and we will be offering it again. So Q can get you set up with our program once we get it up and going, but she do have some vendors that she also can connect you with as well.
Oh man. So this is some great information. And one thing that I'm like in my mind, you know how I am, Stephanie. So in this you know I am. You know I am.
Am I in
No,
trouble?
you're doing perfect. So we know, even based off of this, that there's going to be another 60 million jobs that's going to be added to the workforce within the U.S. within the next decade. within the next decade, an additional 60 million. So even with that, we hear all about STEAM and, how does this play a part? And we hear about trades and, the healthcare and being able to have professional services and stuff like that. And so my main thing is, you guys have you're already ahead of what is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're preparing our students and we're preparing our community to take advantage of these opportunities, this allows people to go to the next level at a faster rate. So you're already beyond the curve. You're already in the profession. You have the certification, you have the trades. And the thing is, sometimes we don't know about these different careers, and I understand. But at some point in time, as we are doing these lives, and I'm hoping that someone is sharing this live to their platforms as well, because this is information that people really need to know about. Mm-hmm. I know when I first met you and you were telling me about all of these programs, I was like, wait, what? That's right here in Greenville? I didn't know. And then I got hooked up with Q and Share, and I'm like, wait. So I think there's so many opportunities for us to go upward in our careers, in how we function and how we do business and how we, even pursue our passions and to be strategic in that. My question to you is, what does this process look like? If someone's coming in straight off the street, what do I need to do to get involved?
Okay. So that's a great question. If you're coming in out the streets, you're just like, okay, I want to know information. First thing first, you want to get in contact with me. Now, let's not worry about whether you want to do EdCT or a 2-year associates. Okay. Let's not worry about that. Let's talk. Right. Let's get the conversation going. So what we'll do, we'll set up time to meet. We'll start the conversation. That's when you meet me one-on-one. We can do it via Zoom, or we can you can come and visit me in my office.
Okay.
And I'll get that information out a little bit later where I'm located. But we sit down and have that conversation, and I will take notes. And normally, if you're coming in undecided, I listen to you and hear what you want to say. Hear what you're saying. But if you're coming in and let's say that this is undecided, let's just stay right there. You're undecided. So per our conversation, I'm going to give you maybe 3 to 4 different tracks that you can go in. Okay. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you information about each of those programs. Okay. We're not even going to talk about finances at this time because that's not a problem. We got to get you focused on what you want to do. Right. So I'll give you 3 to 4 programs to think about, to go home and study. I also like to tell them to do a reverse search. What's your dream job? That's my question to you. What job would it be if you didn't have to have your alarm clock? You woke up every morning excited to go. You're always on time. You're always staying late. You're always going above and beyond. What does that look like to you? Right. So then we try to get you in the education path to get you there. So within that may be 2 different meetings, because I'm going to give you some homework and let you know about the programs. And then once you narrow it down to maybe 2, we're going to come back and have another session.
Okay.
And then once we have that second session, you say, okay, we're going to bounce ideas, because I'm here to guide you, not tell you what to do. Okay.
This is so good.
Yes, I'm guiding you. I'm just like, I tell people, when you come into my, when I used to do my, my workforce pathway grant information sessions live, or I do a quick job open house, and I have to come in and speak before I became the director. I'm your personal assistant. I'm your coach. I'm here to help you. You tell me what you want to do, and then I'm going to help you get there. But you got to tell me. You got to give me some directions to guide you. Like when you're in your car and you use your GPS system, you don't just get in and expect it to tell you to go somewhere without you putting in an address. So you got to you have to give me that information so I can help you. Yeah, so I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to tell you to look up certain things. I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about your family aspect. Like, okay, can you work 3rd shift? Because this certificate, it may lead you to working, but you might end up at a hospital working 3rd shift. Is that conducive for your family? So we have that conversation. So once we have that out the way and we have a career path for you, then we start executing.
I love this information.
We get you connected with the program managers, and you have access to these people throughout this whole process, because I don't know every single thing. So I have to tap into my program managers.
Right.
I have one-on-ones with my program managers. So if something changed with their program, I know about it. So I'm there to let the student know. So this process, Cierra, it depends on the person. We can get this done within 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes I go 6 months with helping someone, just because they may have outside barriers, just because they might have some prereqs that they need to do. So it's a different process for every person. So it can change, it can fluctuate. So what may take Susan 2 weeks to get in a class, it may take Dan 6 months to get into a class, because it's where they're at. I meet you where you're at.
Right.
I don't expect you to have it together when you come into my office. I don't expect you to actually always know what you want to do. But we have to start that conversation.
Listen, and that's the thing. That is, I think sometimes people can be very hide behind their pride and not acknowledging, well, I don't know what I really want to do, but I'm here. And I think that is the first step to career exploration and discovery. Because the thing is, you have to be able to tap into beginning to know who you are. Self-discovery starts first. And I love that, because you're walking them in that process first. Because I can't get you to a career if you haven't even tapped into your inner self.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Important. Yeah. And one thing that I want to even say on the live is even challenging when I hear my clients or I hear my students, and I always ask the question, what is it that you want to do? And I just want to help people.
Oh, I get that one all the time.
Listen.
All the time.
And I always tell my students, I'm like, hey, I mean, like, seriously, I said, because of the type of person, I can help someone by giving them $5 out of my car, to go and have a meal today. That was me helping them. How do we get specific in how we want to help people? And so I want to say that, because I want to challenge, maybe it's parents on here who's watching this live, it's, professionals, or, you're in the career services, I'm pretty sure you already know, but start, we have a responsibility as, community leaders to start challenging these different mindsets. We have to challenge it, because that's the only way that we can be able to help our people to really grow. So Stephanie, I want to ask this question. Is there an age limit?
No, it's not an age limit, but
really,
it's really not, Cierra, because usually when people come to us, they're already within that 17, 18 range.
Okay.
If you are 17 and for some reason you was not able to finish school and you have your GED, we can move forward. So usually around that 17. But I do go into the high schools, and let me give a plug for our early college. A lot of people do not know what early college is and the benefits of early college. So for my parents out there, your 10th grader can start taking classes at Greenville Tech. Okay? And when they graduate from high school, they can graduate with an associate's.
Yes,
now, there's a difference between early college and AP courses that people don't really realize.
Yes.
For early college, those are general ed courses those are actually college credit courses. AP, a college do not have to accept that AP class.
Right.
So your child can go all the way through high school and do AP, but when they get to college, they won't get any points or recognitions for those classes.
Yes.
With early college, you're actually working towards a degree. Yes. An associate's degree. So if you have a 9th grader going into the 10th grade next year, please reach out to our early college, Tamika Brown. She is the director of our early college, and Ronald Bachman, he goes out to the schools and
Yes.
educate the different schools. But please, your child can work hard now, and yes, it may seem taxing, but guess what? If they finish high school with an associate's, whether they're going off to any other school, guess what's going to happen? They're going to have 2 years of debt that they don't even have to worry about.
Come on.
They're going to
Come
have a
on.
GPA that will qualify them for different scholarships that they
Yes.
normally would not have opportunities to get, because when you enter your freshman year, you don't have a GPA yet.
Listen.
So
And
guess
not
what?
to mention
And
the
not
fact that
mention, you're going
college,
to be 18 years old and you're going into your studies. You're going directly into your studies.
listen, when I tell you you're skipping it's basically like you're skipping 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to go. Not a lot of people can say they're actually entering into their profession at the age of 19 and 20 years old.
Exactly. And guess what? You guys, we're eliminating debt.
Yes, that's what it's about.
Which is a big stress. You guys know, and I cannot. That's the best thing that we can give our kids, is
Yes,
a debt-free life, and
that's
educate
it.
them on how to manage their money and the opportunities that they have.
That's it. That's it.
Because even with that associates going into you're freshman, but you're actually a junior, guess what? Your part-time job is not going to be any average part-time job. So
They
because
don't
you have
understand.
an associate's degree now.
Yes. So the
So
opportunities,
yes, you're going to have more opportunities.
the money is there. I really and truthfully believe that the money is there. Even with this associates, I was just doing some research on an aircraft mechanic, and just starting out, just with the 2 year, they're starting those people out between 35 and 37. But the potential for this career field is and this is not even a max, but it had a range of 35 to 37, all the way up to $150,000 a year, a 2 year degree. People ain't even making that with specialty degrees. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You're right. You're so right.
I can get in there and, rewire a plane or two. Hire me at Delta.
Well, you know what, Cierra, you say that, but that's another thing that I try to my participants that come through my program, I try to tell them to chase their passion and not a paycheck.
Yeah.
Because when you're chasing your passion and you're doing something that you're really passionate about and you really care about, guess what? You show up as a different person.
That's
So
it.
you're going to show up to that job eager, ready to work. You're going to go above and beyond because
That's
you're
it.
chasing your passion. And when you chase your passion, you're going to create opportunities for yourself that then
That's
will
it.
create your paycheck.
That's it.
So when you go in a certificate program, but you're really doing something, because I have people that say, you know what? I've had people to come through our programs that have doctoral degrees.
Mm-hmm.
But they cannot get in position to get what they think that they should be receiving in their wages.
Yeah.
But guess what? Once we attach a certification with that doctorate degree, then now we're talking something different.
Yeah.
Because you now have hands-on training that makes you now more marketable.
Yeah. And I want to say that too about even finding passion. Sometimes, people may not even know what that process looks like. And you walk with so many students. I prefer not to say, but I'll chime in. But even talk about that process, Stephanie. How would you, tell someone who may be even struggling, like, I think I want to do more and I really don't know how to get there, but I know I have this passion inside of me. How do they start that process?
Well, you hit on it a little bit earlier. You have to do some self-exploration. That's gonna be key. and you're going to have to be real with yourself.
That's it.
You have to be real with yourself. But the big problem that we have, and people start watering down, what they can do, because they compare themselves to other people.
Listen.
And they look at what so and so is doing on social media, and they look at the platform that some people may have, and they want it, but they don't understand the road to get there.
Listen.
So what we have to do, and what I do, let's start out in your realm, your area of influence. Who can you influence where you're at? What are you doing to get to that point where you're at now? What are you doing today to make sure tomorrow look different?
Right.
So whether it's volunteering at a small organization, or whether it's working behind the scenes with someone that is where you want to be, you have to start somewhere.
Yes.
So I'm a big person on mentor. Find somebody, whether it's local, whether it's within your region, find somebody that is where you want to be. Now we get a little shaky sometimes. We're like, well, they trying to do what I'm doing. No, your calling is your calling.
That's it.
My voice is my voice. You can try to say the same thing I'm saying, Cierra, but it's not going to sound the same, because you're not the person to deliver that. That's for me to deliver.
That's it.
So
talk it, preach that thing. Don't you? I mean, I'm just.
We have to stop being intimidated by people, and we have to stop trying to hold on to information because you don't want anybody to be better than you. I'm sorry.
Listen.
I just lost some people with that one. I'm sorry. But we have to. Sometimes we get to a certain point, and if I can be transparent, I have not always been here.
Listen.
But I had to attach myself to people that was positive, people that was going to pull me along and bring me along to get to where I am. But I had to sit humbly at some feet.
That's it.
I had to do behind the scene work. I had to go to the orientations and do things that people didn't want to do.
Listen.
But I did it with a smile on my face. I did it humbly. Okay, is there anything else I can do? And I allowed that to create opportunities for me. And that's what we have to do. We have to share opportunities. We have to share knowledge. We have to, and if you're where you're supposed to be, and it's in the will,
that's it.
Guess what? Can't nobody snatch that from you. That cannot be taken from you. They can try.
You're preaching on this, because it's all about authenticity. It's all about that. And I am a huge advocate of surrounding yourself with people who have either a higher influence, or, and not, this is not even dealing with their networks, but people who think differently than you. People who can challenge the way that you think, because that's the only way that we get better. I think that as pursuing who you are, you have to be okay with showing up and being in the room and knowing that maybe what you may say might not be right.
Exactly.
And being around other people who may challenge that. But sharing those thoughts, like you said, sharing ideas and coming, and I know I say that all the time. Hey, Stacy, I see Stacy on the live.
I see up there too.
I know I come and I share ideas with you, Stacy. You guys are the experts. I look at you guys as the experts in this realm of employment. So for me, it's like, I enjoy it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I can always glean to other people who are a lot more experienced than me.
But Cierra, I want to tap into that too. My mentor is not popular, but she is respected.
Oh, that's so good.
Sometimes people follow people because they're popular, but is that person respected?
Yeah.
Or do people listen when they talk? Do they know? Are they true subject matter experts, or are they just going off of popularity, their name and who they hang around. And, we have to respect to take you a long way.
Oh, 100%.
So when my mentor walk into the room, I know that she's going to be heard. And I look at how she execute policies and procedures and things like that. And that's what I'm picking up on.
Yes. And that's the thing too. You don't have to have the boldest and the biggest, the loudest person to be your mentor or to have people that's connected to you. It's those small influences. Mm-hmm. What are these people really going to feed to your spirit? That's what it's about. What are these people truly going to feed to your spirit? And how are you going to use it? Because I even say that as a challenge too, because sometimes, you can have the right mentor, but you not be ready as a mentee.
Yeah.
You sometimes may be ready for the mentor, but you may not necessarily be ready as a mentee. Because are you ready to hear that, what you have, it may not be what you really think it is.
Yeah, because a true mentor is not going to always sugarcoat things. They're going to tell you some things, and you have to be in a moment of, okay, I'm ready to fix whatever I have going on.
Listen,
the good, the bad, and the ugly. But if you have a good mentor, they know how to deliver it in such a way that it's not tearing you down. And that's the key. That's the key. It. We have to work on delivery. Even when people come into my office and even by personal appearance, you can tell that they're intimidated. You can tell that they don't really know what to say or what to do. So in those times, I lead the conversation a lot, okay? And I make them comfortable enough to let down that wall. Because my first thing I say, just because you see me on this side of the desk, I have not arrived yet. Okay?
Listen.
I'm still at a point of growth. So my thing is, I want to help you grow as I grow. Or let's grow together. Let me help you get that way. So, instead of telling somebody that they're not qualified, okay, you start pointing out their strengths.
That's it.
What are you good at? What do people call on you for? So that's some of the things that we have to do. That's what happened in some of those first conversations that we have, especially when they say, I just want to help people.
That's it. Come on.
Because people don't realize helps can be something this big. It don't always have to be on a large scale. Right. So that's where you're starting where you're at, and let's build upon that. One analogy I always use, when you go in Thanksgiving and you see all that food laid out and you fix that plate, guess what? You don't sit there and look at that plate and it's automatically gone. Right. You eat a little bit, you talk a little bit, you fellowship a little bit, you eat a little bit more. But when you realize it, guess what? You finished your plate. You're ready to go on to dessert. That's how you have to look at how you strategically set up things as you go in creating your goals.
That's it.
Because people don't realize you have to dissect your goals.
And that's the thing. I think sometimes people go based off of what they have in their mind. So God gives them the vision. And so they are, as they're pursuing, they believe that this vision is going to come to pass overnight or within a certain amount of time. But it's like, we have to take steps of faith, acts of faith daily to get to what we're trying to get to. God gave us the vision. That means that we got to write it down. We write the vision, we make it plain, right? But now how do I create steps to get there? Strategy. It's strategy. You are not going to move a mountain overnight. And the thing is, one thing I have realized too is that there's divine connections in people who are meant to help your vision go forward. So how are you going to rush to meet these people? So we have to be, I think, even intentional, like you're saying, like in, relationships with our mentors, and just being able to be present and be authentic in who we are and just show up. I really do. I'm just reading some of the comments too. My biggest lesson was how I respond to others. It changed my entire. I love that, Bryant. I love that. Q said trust is earned. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you guys are right on with this. Right on. Gift, not a job. Come on. Preach this, Q. All right, we're going to get you on the show.
I know Q should be up next because I'm telling you. And you know what, to be honest with you, and I never told Q this, but I learned when I started out, I learned a lot by watching Q present.
Yeah.
Because
she's phenomenal.
She have a wealth of knowledge and
yes.
she really cared. And you know what? I was like, okay, I see how she moved. And you know what? That's why I know I can call on her. And sometimes we'll get on the phone and we'll have long conversations. She don't know she helping me, but she helping me personally, and I'm supposed to be helping a student. but I get a little bit from myself too.
There you go.
But she is phenomenal. Stacy as well. You know, just to be able to sit at the table with these ladies, and I feel like I'm a rookie in the game compared to them, but they're there. They're just pouring out information. Yeah. It's never been a time that I've reached out to those ladies and they have not been able to provide me with something for my students. So when I say community partners, these are true community partners. We partner up. That we can call each other and say, hey, I can't provide this wraparound service. Let me get you connected to Q. I don't know the requirements. Or, you know, I call Stacy and say, Stacy, what's the steps for them to get into an orientation? And
that's it.
They'll answer.
Oh, Stacy, girl, listen.
They'll answer. And when I need these ladies, and, you know, Stacy showed up for me. I've called on her to show up a couple of times, and she's been there. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Q. That means a lot. That means a lot coming for you. But I truly believe that. And that's why I will sit at Greenville Tech and I will be there. I'm not at Greenville Tech for me. I'm not at Greenville Tech for me. I'm at Greenville Tech for my community. I'm at Greenville Tech because I get to sit at the table for people that can't sit at the table. I'm at Greenville Tech because I hear when I go out into the community centers and I go out to the community what they're saying that they need and they want that and they would like to have. And I bring that back to the table. So that's my purpose here at Greenville Tech. And you guys, I don't take it lightly that I do have the opportunity to sit at the table and plan and do some things. And I don't take it lightly when people tell me their ideas and things that they want to do and where they want to go. That means a lot to me that you can share that with me. So anything that I can do to help you get to that point, whether if you want to get an associate's degree or you want to get a quick job certificate or certification, you guys, we are here. Greenville Tech is here. I will be that bridge for you. I will set up the meetings, but you have to take that step first. And a lot of people transfer. Greenville Tech has a great system that help people transfer out. They understand that they can't do everything, and we can do communicate with those other schools and colleges, so we know what you need to go to that next step. So we have a great transfer program. We have a lot of different disability and special needs. You know, we have those services. If you have a learning disability and you need extra test time, we can set you up with that department, you know. And if you have an IEP that has followed you from high school and you need to take it to college, we can get you connected. We even have a returning citizens program that people don't even know about. So if you have been incarcerated for whether it was 99, 89, and that is still a barrier for you, finding jobs, getting housing or whatever, we have that available at Greenville Tech as well. So a lot of people don't know that is available. And they get mentors. They get a lot of different, as they go through the program, we help them get bank accounts. We help them get IDs. We help them because some people don't know that when you're released from prison, you get a Greyhound ticket to a one-way ticket to where you want to go. And I think they give you approximately $8 in your pocket. Yeah.
Wow.
But people don't know that Greenville Tech is there waiting in the community with open arms to help people get into transitional housing, to even help finance and pay for some of that transitional housing for up to 2 weeks. That's something that we have at Greenville Tech. And you don't have to be ashamed about going on to the college. My office is located in the Phyllis Wheatley Center. Mm-hmm. Returning Citizens office is located right there in the Phyllis Wheatley Center. So you're not intimidated by going on the campus and saying, I'm going to get lost. Stop making excuses.
It's no more. Say it for them one more time, just in case they did not hear you.
Stop making excuses.
Yes. Yes. I really and truthfully believe that to be true in this season. We're done with excuses. So at this point in time, how do people get in contact with you?
Okay. Now, like I stated, I'm in the Phyllis Wheatley Center in the top building, which is 40 John McCarroll Way. Um, and it's the building with the green awning around it. You can come. I'm there Monday through Friday, most days. Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on Friday, the college closes at 1. So
Okay.
I'm there 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
You can contact me at my first name dot last name, which is Stephanie spelled traditionally, dot Sherman at gvltec.edu.
Okay.
That's gvltec.edu. I do have a work cell phone that you can reach me at. I will provide that to you once we start working together, and it may be after hours that we need to call and talk, or you can't get with me. It's also on my work phone. You can get it that way as well. My work phone number is 864-250-6715. That's directly to my office. That's 864-250-6715. And you guys, my motto, I don't care if you come in Greenville Tech through the front door or the back door. We just got to get you in there. Okay? And if you have to come through me, then that's fine. I will get you connected with admissions, whoever you need, whatever needs you have for your next step, we'll make it happen.
And I'm putting your email address right now, Stephanie, so it's stephanie.sherman at gvltec.edu, right?
That is correct. Mm-hmm.
All right. I am dropping it in the chat right now as we speak.
And you guys, email is good to reach me, because if I'm in a meeting or I'm doing a Zoom, sometimes I kind of keep my eyes open. I'm always looking at my email, but you can call me and leave me a message on my phone as well. And if I'm out of the office, I try to leave that on my phone if I'm going to be out for a long period of time, and I can give you alternate ways to contact me. You guys, don't allow one thing. If you don't take anything away from this conversation today, I want you to stop telling yourself no. Stop telling yourself I can't do this. Stop telling yourself I'm not qualified. Stop telling yourself they're not going to accept me in this program or that program. Allow them to tell you no.
Yeah.
And guess what? That might not even be a hard no. That might be a not now. That might be a we have to plan and set up an alternate route. But a lot of times we don't reach and go for our goals because we tell ourselves no before we even show up. We talk ourselves out of our destiny. We
don't even give ourselves an opportunity.
Exactly. And we talk ourselves out of opportunities. And I probably, like, my mentor probably like, why are you talking about yourself? Because I do it. I talk myself out of it. When we were on this, I was like, yes. I get some more time. Maybe I'll. Because I tell Cierra, I'm shy. I'm very shy.
We can't tell. We cannot, like, literally, we can't tell that you're shy. You already know, Stephanie, you have a gift, a very special gift. And, of course, you guys know I'm very spiritual anyway. I'm not hyper spiritual, but I am very spiritual. But, you have an anointing on you that supersedes a lot of other, I always say, like, gifts.
Yeah.
Like, I say that because not everyone can serve people the way you serve people.
Thank you.
Not everybody can speak life into people the way you do it. And so you have a very unique and special gift. And God can use that in the marketplace more than what you even know. Like, more than, because people, the thing is, sometimes we can talk to people and I do it. Sometimes we get frustrated because we're like, oh, these people are not listening to me. I don't say the same thing. Oh, but you have a way of getting in there and they listen to you. I remember being at fatherhood, and sometimes you would have private conversations. I'd be done coach my life away in the room. We'd be talking for hours.
Yeah.
And you would literally sit down and have a conversation, and it's just like, and they would come, I had talked to Miss Stephanie, and I think I am gonna go ahead. And I'd be like, wait a minute. Now we done created plans. We in here shana nine and everything.
Not shana nine.
All of that. But you have an anointing, Stephanie. You really do. And so I just wanted to say that before we got off of here. Because I really do appreciate you. I appreciate Q. I appreciate Stacy, because even when I came into this industry and, learning all that I can, you guys like took me under your wing and was like, this and that. And I came in like the new younger, like, all right, what we doing? How did we get in here? How we make things poppin'? So, I always appreciate you guys for that. I really do.
Well, thank you for all the nice things. I didn't pay her to say that, you guys.
I did. She did. I promise.
I come from a place of experience. Okay. I serve because I remember I was once that one that needed services.
Mm-hmm.
My testimony goes, that is what actually makes a way for me. The dark places that I've been to that I had to crawl out of, just depression and things like that. Those things are near and dear to my heart. And I remember being in those places, and I never forget how I used to try to hide being in those places. So I try to, when I meet with people, I try to bring that back, and normally I can sense that familiar spirit. So I try to coach them out of that so we can get to another place.
That's it.
I'm where I'm at. My degree, when I majored in sociology and I minored in criminal justice, and I wanted to go on to law school and I didn't, and I became a mother, and different things happened in life. I didn't know that I was positioning myself to be a servant to other people. I didn't know that was making me who I am and molding me, because see, the cookie cutter person that I thought I was going to be, that mold was shattered years ago.
Yeah.
So at that point, I thought I didn't have a purpose. And I'm blessed to say, and I will be 40, my birthday, but I'm blessed to say that the journey to 40 is not for me.
Come on, preach that.
I come across, the people that need the services that I once needed but didn't have. I didn't have access to it because I didn't have the knowledge.
Right.
So my community will not go without having this knowledge if it's anything up to me. So if you are a community leader, if you are having events, if you are having something with students, young adults, even adults, please, please, please invite me. I can set up a table.
Yes.
I can provide information, whatever that is needed. I am there to help provide within my realm. And if I have to tap on my peers at Greenville Tech to come with me, I don't mind doing that as well. So I will bring a team with me if I have to bring a team, but I'm not afraid to go. So I'm not locked down to my desk. So if you have an event, you want to know about the services and the things that Greenville Tech has to offer, whether it's continuing education or our curriculum side, our academic programs, I will be more than glad to get the people that need to be involved, and we can make sure we have a presence at your events.
I love that. Please, y'all, make sure you take advantage. I have put Stephanie's email address in the chat. Reach out. There's, without a shadow of a doubt, everyone on this live knows someone who can benefit from these services. So they have resources. So money is not an excuse. She said that at the beginning. We got to help people. We got to get them in the seat. We got to get them to the table. So make sure you reach out. Refer services. Keep this in the back of your mind, because you may see somebody, in the future, and they need to take advantage of these opportunities. So, we just have to do our part. As Stacy said, it takes a village, and we're all in this together. So I'm excited to continue these conversations. And, Stephanie, I already know you'll be back. You will be back. You will be back. Okay. Because we have more stuff that we're going to talk about anyway. So I'm excited about these future conversations. That's ready to happen.
Yes, thank you, Cierra, for this opportunity. Thank you for being bold and stepping out on faith, and just doing what your heart is led to do. Because Cierra, you left corporate America to invest in yourself.
I did.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people don't do that because
Yeah.
they think about me and my household, but you put your community first.
Yeah.
Vision
Yeah.
that was given to you, and
Yeah.
you have a lot of information. And you know what? One thing I love about Cierra, she will sit and she will listen and she will take notes. And
Yeah.
I mean, for real, and she's not afraid to ask questions
Yeah.
or get what she need to have to be prepared. This is one young lady that will be prepared. You know, she called me, Stephanie, can we meet? And she had notes and
Oh, you know I come ready. You know I come ready.
she was ready. But you guys, please, please, please keep your eyes on this young lady because great things are coming from her for our community. So keep your eyes open, because she's about to be a trailblazer.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm excited to just be connected to y'all. So to you as well. So I just, it's humbling. It really is. Thank you so much. They go Q in there. Thank you, Brian, Stacy, Brittany.
Thank you guys. I greatly appreciate you staying on because I think this was supposed to be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you might not invite me back because I don't want to.
I'm just gonna go ahead and change it and just tell everybody prepare an hour. Prepare for an hour. Because but these conversations are good.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You're right, Brian. It's Cierra time to take off, and she is about to take off.
Well, you know what? I'm ready to take off. I really am. And even taking that step, I truly believe in my heart the vision that God has given me for my community and how resourceful it's going to be to benefit people who are working and students. And I'm after something. So I know what you were talking about when you were talking about passion. That's me. I go hard for what I do. I love on my people. I love careers. I love all of it. So I embrace it. And I have just literally just taken this opportunity that God has really given me to say, Cierra, let's go. And I'm like, I'm in partnership, Lord. So you guide my steps every single way. I can't do it without him. So I'm grateful for divine connections such as yours to be able to kind of help me, stay in alignment and say, okay, Cierra, we got this going on and you got this, and even helping me with different strategies. So I do appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah. I'm a cheerleader. All right. That's what I do. I cheer you on.
Let's get it. Yours. We'll have another one here coming up in a couple more months, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. We'll be ready. Right. We'll be ready. Right. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Cierra G. Wiles, checking in, your trend-setting coach, helping you make better career decisions. I hope you guys have enjoyed this conversation just as much as I have. Make sure you hit the like, making sure you're commenting, you're sharing, you're doing all of that. I want this information to go to all the people that need it. So help me continue to spread this great information. I hope you guys have enjoyed this conversation. Stay tuned for Tuesday, Career Chat Tuesday at 6 p.m. We will be back live, and you don't want to miss this one because it's going to be fire. Y'all know I'm bringing the heat. All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
All right. See y'all.
All right. Have a great day.